Okay, let's talk about Chidima. I'm a mom and I'm a grandmother. So this one is a little bit, how can I put it? It's a double-edged sword, if you want to. Hey, Chidima. I do get the fact that Chidima was born in South Africa. And I do get the fact that Chidima had nothing to do with her mother stealing identity of someone else. But I do have a but. Because up until then, it was something that Chidima could not control. And she cannot be punished for her mother's sins, so to say, for a lack of a better word. She cannot be punished for her mother's sins. But dad is Nigerian, the mom is Mozambican, born in South Africa, as she says, even though there's other people that differ with that, but let's give her benefit of the doubt.
We'll come back. Now, the matter launched by former Miss South Africa finalist Chidima Argentina has been postponed to August the 19th for judgment. She was in the Cape Town Regional Court to challenge Home Affairs' deportation order after being arrested in June for allegedly living in South Africa unlawfully. The department declared Adechina a prohibited person after cancelling her South African identity documents. This follows a 2024 investigation that found prima facie evidence that her mother obtained South African citizenship through identity theft. Her defense argued today that she has strong ties to South Africa. She was born here, as was her son. Her mother is under house arrest while her father lives in Nigeria. At her last court appearance, Adechina filed an affidavit outlining the steps that she has taken to regularize her immigration status.
So the reason why I'm adding that video, the reason why I added that video for you, it's because in that video, you will hear that they say that Chidima's father is in Nigeria. I'll repeat it again. The video says Chidima's father is in Nigeria. And that would say that is the reason why Nigeria was able to give Chidima a passport and a citizenship. Hold that thought and listen to the next video.
Home Affairs has asked the regional court to confirm Chidima Adechina's detention pending deportation. The department argued that Chidima is undocumented after being placed on its visa-restricted list and has no legal basis to remain in South Africa while pursuing legal remedies. Adechina's instructing attorney has outlined their case.
The Immigration Act sets out grounds on which someone can be found to be prohibited. And two of the most common grounds would be if you were previously deported or if you are found in possession of a fraudulent visa, passport, ID or permit. We have precedents where high courts have confirmed that to be a prohibited person, it's an administrative process. It cannot be by operation of law. Home Affairs needs to inform the individual of the decision to declare them a prohibited person, explain why why they're going to be declared prohibited, and give them an opportunity to respond.
The court heard that Adechina's father was a permanent South African resident, while in Nigeria, Adechina applied for South African citizenship, which was unsuccessful.
You've heard it. It says that the lawyers or their representatives, they said their legal counsel said they put before the court that Chidima's father is a South African. South African. How can you be... okay, I said let's give her benefit of a doubt. if her father is a South African, are they talking about the father that is on the papers that the mother stole the identity of? Because if they're talking about that, you cannot go and benefit. You cannot go and benefit out of a crime and have generations. I mean, like generations benefiting, because now it's not just Chidima, it's Chidima's children and Chidima's children's children, as now she's fighting for her son as well. So let me try and compose myself and go back to the actual points that I needed to make, because now you know that before the court it's been said that Chidima's father is a South African, even though the identity was stolen. And we know that Nigeria gave Chidima a Nigerian passport. Not just Chidima alone, Chidima and her child. They both got a Nigerian passport. So let me calm myself down and go and look and tell you why some of the mistakes that we make as adults. Because I believe this is a mistake. Let me take you through my thought process why I feel that this mistake, it's the big mistake. It's a big mistake that Chidima made. And she's repeating the same big mistakes that her mother made. It's sad as a mom to realize that your children, you will make a mistake and your child will not learn from your mistake, but they will make their mistake to continue from where you left off. So, Chidima stays in South Africa, takes part in South African pageants. She believes South Africa is her home. So, until we all know what happened, here's the thing that I'm not really getting, that makes me a little bit concerned about Chidima's case, is that neither the parents are South African, but she could have applied for citizenship because she was born in South Africa, as she says, and she was born in South Africa. She grew up in South Africa. According to her, she does not know any other home except South Africa, which I would think she should be able to say, I can apply for residence, not for citizenship. But Chidima decides, no, she's not going to do that. She is now going to go and accept the offer that she was being given in Nigeria. She was given an offer in Nigeria, given a Nigerian passport. They welcomed her. We know she carried the flags and said she wants nothing to do with South Africa. And when she got the Nigerian passport, she became a Nigerian citizen. So now she goes to Nigeria, okay, and then represent Nigeria in Miss Universe. And remember, this is an international pageant. What is she saying? She's making it known to everyone in the world that, you know what, South Africa is no longer my home. And she's welcomed in Nigeria. I do think that Nigerians, there were other kids that were growing up in Nigeria and they were all looking at taking part in Miss Nigeria one day. And they did. But, okay, let's play devil's advocate and say she deserved to win, regardless of the other children that were there. But I strongly think there were strings that were pulled as well for Chidima to be Miss Nigeria, because they had something to prove. It might have been something to prove to South Africa, to say, you reject, we take, or we never know. So at this stage, these are all speculations. So she goes there, she participates, she goes and represents Nigeria in Miss Universe. She becomes a runner-up, and then she goes and participates in another pageant in West Africa again. Okay, so all of this that I'm giving you, all this back story things, they absolutely have nothing to do with the point I'm about to make. When she left, she knew that South Africa was saying they are taking away her citizenship because she didn't get it the right way. Her mother did steal someone else's identity. And according to my understanding with that is that they cannot just say that and just close the door. So Chidima at some stage could have been given by the Home Affairs time to go and to contest and fight the decision to stay. To stay a South African citizen. But Chidima, because all I think was in her mind was that she wants to be Miss Universe. She wants to be in the pageant of Miss Universe regardless. So whoever offers her that spot, she's going to take it. She took it from Nigeria. And she went and represented Nigeria carrying the flag of Nigeria. What does that mean? And remember, all of this, she's not a child, she's an adult. Making a decision to say, I am not going to represent my country, or I'm not going to fight for my citizenship. However, I am going to take the offer I'm getting from Nigeria to go and represent them. And so she did. She then came back. After having participated in another pageant of West Africa, I don't remember what that pageant was all about, but she participated in that pageant, and then she comes back. Now, when she comes back, she first applies for a visitor's visa. She applies for a visitor's visa on the 19th of December in 2024. She was formally declared a prohibited person under the Immigration Act, meaning she legally could not be issued any visa or permit at all. That was in 2024. 15 June 2024. Some reports say, okay, the date is not black. All we know, it might not be 15, I might be wrong, but some reports they say that around June 2024 or later, let's say, she crossed into South Africa at the Libombo border post from Mozambique, presenting herself as a South African citizen using citizen passport. Guys tell me that this girl, everything that she's doing, it's not. Who doesn't know that presenting a document that using a passport number, a citizen passport number. She didn't only do that, she then after that applied for a letter of good cause. What is a letter of good? Asking for discretionary relief. She was asking for discretionary relief. And she failed at that too. She repeated in 2026. She repeated in 2026. That's why she's arrested in Cape Town, released on a warning, now fighting for deportation in court. So let's talk about why did she enter through the Libombo border post. If really she was saying, you know what, my passport number, all I know is that it's valid and it works and everything else, she knows that she applied and it was rejected. She knows that. She knows she applied and it was rejected. She applied for a visit visa. Why, if you are a citizen, would you apply for a visiting visa? And if you really know that your passport number works and everything else, why didn't you just go straight to the airport? It's because she knew that they're going to pick up everything at the airport. But she had to use the border. There are so many borders. Many. many borders. Why choose the Libombo border?
Why not Botswana or Swaziland? Why?
Why choose the Libombo border? Think about it, guys. She's coming from where? Nigeria. Her dad is from where? Nigeria. She goes through what? Libombo border. From where? Where's Libombo border? In Mozambique. And her mother is from Mozambique.
Please don't look at me like that, because you know.
Why was she in Mozambique? Why was she in Mozambique? Why was she in Mozambique? It was easy for her. She was not patriotic with South Africa and saying, I'm going to fight for my citizenship. I'm South African. I was born here. And if they don't give me citizenship, I'll ask for a resident permit because I was born here. She didn't do that. She went to Nigeria and said she wants nothing to do with South Africa. She's a Nigerian. Her father is a Nigerian. She's claiming her identity as Nigeria. She carried the flags saying that she's Nigerian. And after the fact that she participated in Miss Universe, now she's saying, I want my South African citizenship back. It can't be, guys. What would it, okay, let's not just talk about just her. What does that mean? For me, okay, I'm gonna interpret it my own way, and I might be wrong. Remember, I'm not a legal person. I'm just a student, and I'm just speaking my mind, what I think, and I might be wrong. But if I am, correct me. She comes back to South Africa, and she says that she's claiming her citizenship back. I'll tell you for free what she was doing. Any person who puts something that looks shiny to her, she will take it. It doesn't matter which country it comes from. She will take it. I'm a mother, and it pains me to say this because I believe it doesn't matter who you are. If you know you love your country, even if it doesn't mean there's no things that are happening in our country that we do not like or that we are not happy with. There are. But being patriotic to your country, it says, it will not change. I'm South African and I'm South African, and that will not change. It doesn't matter which country I go to in the world. I remain South African. And wherever I am, I might not agree with what South Africans are doing in many other things or how they choose to do certain things. I may not agree with them, but it doesn't change. I'm South African. I will not go out there and say I'm something else. You can wave whatever you want to wave, but it's not going to change the fact that I am South African. That is what patriotism is. You're loyal to your country. She was not loyal to South Africa. She went and got a passport from Nigeria. She was not loyal to Nigeria. She dropped them like a hot potato, saying that now she wants to go back to South Africa. What is it that she was running from Nigeria? Because she's not stateless. My little understanding says if she was stateless, no child can be stateless. No person can be stateless. But she's not stateless. She knows her father is from Nigeria, and she's accepted in Nigeria. She was given everything, every support that she wanted. She was waving those flags, and she participated in that pageant for international pageant to represent her own country. Why is she today saying she wants to come back to South Africa? I'll tell you for free. It didn't turn out to be what she thought it would be. She realized now that the pageant is over, what do I do with myself? You know, when people are pregnant and they're given babies, and they like after giving birth, the mother was excited and there were baby showers and there was everything else, and then they gave you the baby, and then after you're about to leave the hospital, and they say, now ma'am, you are discharged, you can take your baby home, and you're like, what am I gonna do with it? Basically, that's what she was saying. She's like, now that I've participated and I went and I got second princess, I walked on that stage that I've always wanted to. And we're not saying she's wrong to dream. Everybody needs to dream. She decided she's not going to fight at that time for her citizenship. So why now? And what does that mean? Does that mean every person that is in South Africa illegally and they claim that their mother stole the identity of someone else and it's not hidden and it's there, they should be given South African citizenship? or residents for that matter. Will that happen in other countries? Or would they just take my mother to jail? And I would be told, you should have relatives, wherever they are. She's not stateless. She is definitely not stateless. She decided she's not going to fight for her citizenship, even for residency. She's not going to fight. Because all she was interested in was taking part in Miss Universe. Why did she go through Mozambique? Okay, I know you're gonna throw stones at me because this one, I know it's allegedly. I am alleging this one. I don't have facts for this, but there's nothing wrong with her being in Mozambique because her mother is Mozambican. What if she was going there to check what Mozambique can give her? What can she benefit from Mozambique? She was South African until South Africa said, no, you do not have citizenship. And then she was like, okay, anyone who takes me, I'll go to them. And she went to Nigeria. And then she decided, Nigerians, so sorry, so sad for your kindness and for everything that you have done, for taking me in and making me go and do a catwalk on that international stage. But thank you so much. I'm not coming to the party. I'm going back to claim South Africa because why? No insult on the Nigerian people, but some of them are saying there's no way she would stay in Nigeria. So why would a celebrity, they say that she's the queen of pageants. Why would a queen of pageants decide to go through Libombo border post? That is porous. That has got trucks. She knew whatever she was doing that it was illegal because she was rejected.
Visit visa application was rejected, and we all know that.
It's so sad. At first, I was looking at it and saying, but she cannot be punished because of her mother's sins and stuff like that. But now I'm like, no, wait a minute. She's an adult. She had all the right to be able to say, I'm South African. And I can be able to apply maybe for a residence permit to stay in South Africa because I was born here. But she decided, I'm not going to do that. I'm just, because my main thing was that I cannot miss out on this opportunity of being on an international stage. Doesn't matter who I'm representing. Doesn't matter that I'm not representing the country that I'm saying it's home for me. That, for me, is on her. It's not on anybody else. It's not on her mother. She decided that. Even when she went through that border, she decided that. She went through that border knowing fully well that it is illegal using a passport number.
Season passport number for that matter.
Because she knew the border was porous. So, for now, I'm going to leave it at that. But let's wait and see how the story unfolds. Because if she does get citizenship in South Africa or even residence in South Africa, it means everyone that is out there will be able to have access to that. They will be setting a precedence of saying, if you are born in South Africa, you can claim that your mother stole identity, you can claim whoever the father stole it, you can say whatever you need to say as long as that will keep you in the country.
That would be citizenship that you gained through criminality.
Yeah, because at first I was like, ooh, it's the interest of the child first. And I'm like, she's not a child. She's definitely not a child. All the other decisions that she made, concrete, to cement the fact that she's not South African, she made those decisions as an adult. So, yeah, That is about Chidima. So let me end it. Let me end it with this video. Let me end it with this video. I didn't say it. She said it. Thank you. This is your girl, Tandilicious, and I can't wait to bring you more of these and other. But watch the space and guess the name, because guess the name is about to drop.
She does not suffer for an offense she did not commit.
Yes, I do feel like I was Nigerian, and I've always felt Nigerian from the moment that I was born. It's not just because of the opportunity that was presented to me, and I think people who have known me will see that I've always embodied that spirit of being a pure, proudly Nigerian woman. So I don't want people to feel like she only feels Nigerian just because, she was offered an opportunity. I've always been proudly Nigerian, and I'll still be proudly Nigerian as well.
Let me know what you think. But it's me, your girl, Tandilicious, and on a lighter note, another sick note. Is it another sick note or just being admitted to another hospital? Aye. Sharp. Aye, sharp, son. I'm good.